Hey, jump on my magic carpet tiles. It's a whole new world. Hey, welcome back. My apologies for that weak opening. Today is carpet tile day, so it's pretty exciting because it's going to change the room, change the entire dynamic of this room. You can see the backdrop is way more interesting when I was drywalling and painting and all that stuff. So the back looks good. It's coming together beautifully. Now it's coming together beautifully, and today we're going to put down some carpet tiles. Here's a quick flashback of the floor preparation. A sewer line under my office needed a repair a few years ago and the concrete patch job was dreadful. I needed to fix this before I could put down new flooring. I used my angle grinder, a special grinding wheel, a dust shroud and a respirator. It was my first time doing this, but it actually turned out to be a lot easier than I expected and took about an hour. I used this concrete sealant to fill in some gaps. The tools for this job are pretty basic. You got a box cutter, you got some gloves and a tape measure. The first step is really just opening a couple of boxes and throwing some tiles on the floor. You just want to figure out where you think they kind of might go. The goal is to really minimize shorter strips on the edges. So it's just really putting them down and seeing if they're going to fit. So some professional floor installers might cringe at this next bit because I've seen the YouTube videos where they do some chalk lines and things like that to get it exact. I just used a tape measure. I just measured out from the wall and I literally just marked it with a pencil, and I used a straight edge just to rule some lines. I then just used those penciled lines just to sort of line up where the tiles are pretty much going to go. One thing I need to mention, this is a floating floor. There's no adhesive. These tiles literally just lie on top of the concrete. There's going to be some adhesive strips that sort of keep the corners together, but this is what's called a floating floor. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention, when you're putting down flooring tiles like this, you are supposed to grab the tiles from different boxes. That's because there's sometimes different variances in the shades, but honestly, I couldn't be bothered. So I just opened up a box and just emptied it and just went box after box. Okay, this is embarrassing. This is probably the most important thing when putting down carpet tiles, is on the back of the carpet tile are arrows which indicate the direction you need to lay them. They just need to lay all the same direction. So sorry I didn't show you that earlier. So these are the self-adhesive tabs that go under the carpet tiles in the corners. And what they do is they simply hold the four corners of each tile together. They aren't stuck to the floor, it's not double-sided tape, but really you just drop one of these in, you peel off the adhesive, and then you peel back the carpet and just, it sits on it and you crush it down. It's easy, there's nothing really to it. Okay, I'm guilty. I'm making it look easy because honestly, it is easy. Okay, we're coming up to the edges where we're going to have to make some cuts to fit these last tiles in. What I did is I just simply pushed the tile under the baseboard and I made a couple of marks on either side where I needed to cut it. I used a straight edge just to draw the knife across it. You might have to do it a couple of times. You should have even put some board underneath it so you don't dull the blade on the concrete. So then you just push the tile under the baseboard and just drop it in. There really is a nice sense of satisfaction when you cut it straight, you cut it perfectly, the size is good, and it just drops in and it looks professional. So when you're going around the edges making these cuts, it's obviously important that you keep in the orientation of the tile pointing the same way as the arrow. So it gets a bit tricky, but once you've done a couple of them, you fall into a nice routine and it goes pretty quickly. So I'm coming up to the home stretch now and I'm inside the closet. As you can see, there are some thin strips here. So when I measured the main room, I wanted to make sure the tiles were sitting comfortably so there weren't any thin strips around the main sort of perimeter of the main office. But when I got into the closet, I realized that there were some strips here that looked silly. I was piecemealing together pieces. It just didn't look very professional, but I keep having to tell myself it's the floor of a closet. It's going to be, there's going to be boxes on top of it, so I wasn't too worried. So that's it, just one little square to go in my office. I put that in,
and I am finished. A job well done. Only took me about half a day. So here's the finished look. Do I love it? Yeah, I really like it, but you can see the lines. I can see the lines. I try to vacuum it. I try to mush the seams together. I think next time I'm going to use darker tiles. I think that will help eliminate the seams, but overall, it's a good job. I think it looks pretty good. Thanks for watching.